I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash, and the double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for enduring, pushing this truth, laboring in the footsteps of the men that they've labored in throughout by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, for the founders of One West, spreading the gospel of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity to the best of their ability with the gifts that was given to them.
Amazon just laid off an entire facility, and these layoffs continue to happen over and over again. And of course,
So, Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and to stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many. Now, America is known in the scriptures as spiritual Egypt. Egypt is the house of bondage. Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. It's National Microchipping Month. It's June. But someone says ain't no microchips. The book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. I am the Lord thy God is possessive, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. All right, verse 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. This is lowercase g. All right, Jesus will be so-called a God. They say he is God. He's the God in the flesh, God in the spirit. They say he's all types of things. All right, so Jesus will be another God. All right. In spiritual Egypt, their main God is Jesus. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, praying to Jesus or something, or hoping that the president or voting will help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
I'm going to continue bringing these videos because this is what's happening within America. Now, this Amazon just released this letter right here, and we'll break out down a little bit of it. We're not going to go all the way in depth of it, but the first line, guys, this letter was issued in accordance to the possible obligation of the Federal Adjustment and Retaining Notifications Act. They're trying to comply with the laws, basically. Amazon will be shutting down operations at its RN04 facility. This is in Nevada, and approximately 325 facility employees will be affected by this action. Employee separation resulting from this action are expected to be permanent. This is a permanent shutdown, not a temporary layoff, a permanent shutdown. Affected employees who are separated as a result of this action will be paid all wages and other benefits to which they are entitled.
Isaiah chapter 32, verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. It's funny how there's this port crisis, shipping crisis, this tariff crisis, to where the farmers can't even export their food and make all of this money, but somehow there's supposed to be a famine. What if the farmers can't sell their crops to the other countries? Then there should be plenty of food to eat here. So everything is definitely orchestrated, and we're coming into times to where men and women are going to be trembling, right? People are going to be outside. Matter of fact, you can't make this up. We want to keep this on topic. Lord willing.
I bought another skin tint because my mom said she wanted one of these. So I got her one. I got my granny one. My grandma.
And Eve ain't going to be able to do all this in the days to come. All right, you're going to have, what's his name? Cornelio. The great Cornelio. All right? You're going to have the great Cornelio. And many other people. It's going to get crazy out here.
Open the door. The truck on fire out here.
But it's no job, no money. Truck's on fire. Amazon just fired me.
Somebody just...
East Providence, Rhode Island.
Amazon just fired them, so now they got to go and look through for debit cards and credit cards and bank statements and bill statements to see where the money's at.
Stealing mail? Really? Seattle, Washington. Do something better with your life, seriously. Lake Forest, California.
This is why I cut on the camera. This is she saw, right? This is a so-called white woman. This is the daughter of Edom.
Yeah.
You are currently being recorded.
The way she aggressively rushed up like that.
With the knife. With the knife. All right? So these are people that have jobs or have had jobs. Whether it was McDonald's when they was 16, make it work. Whatever it was they was doing, they've had a job before. I really want to, Isaiah chapter 32, verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. So this is what a woman's going to do after she trembles. After she trembles and gets finished and shakes that off, she's going to be out.
Lake Forest, California.
You are currently being recorded.
The way she aggressively rushed up like that, something just feels off. What do you think's going on?
And if I could, if the Lord wills, here we go.
Pretending to knock, but don't fall for it. She's just checking.
What did he just say? Isaiah chapter 32, verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. All right, now Doug Christie's wife has been stripped and made bare. Matter of fact, this applies perfect to Doug Christie, Chris Webber, and Jackie O, whatever the heck her name is. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. You were at ease when you was getting that NBA money. You were at ease when you was getting that Amazon daily pay or weekly check. All right, you were at ease knowing that you that you were in America. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. All right, so you will be exposed and you will fall. Everything you've been doing while you've been working or while your man's been working, it will come to light and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Whether it comes to light in the future or for rain camera, it will come to light.
The woman at the door, she's pretending to knock.
Salagi.
But don't fall for it. She's just checking if anyone's home. Once she confirms it's clear, she calls in her crew. And yeah.
So don't fall for these damsels in distress, for these women.
They head to the back door, break in, and steal a bunch of valuables.
All right, so this is what's about to be happening with all of these job losses.
Entitled, we're providing you with this notice based upon the best information available at this time. Now, these layoffs, I just brought the video just yesterday about P&G laying off 7,000 workers over the course of next year. Now, Amazon, they're laying off an entire facility. Now, whether this is a result of tariffs or this is just a result of changing consumer demand, this is what a lot of companies are doing now. And this is an entire facility. This isn't just a department. This isn't just a couple people. This is an entire facility. Now, I dig a little bit deep in on this, and I guess there's a facility that's nearby or that they're going to try to transfer people over or whatever the case is. But as consumer demand goes down and AI starts to just generate so much more profits for companies.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. Right? So the grinding won't completely come to a halt in one day, but the grinding shall cease because there are few. All right? I always said during the last, what is it? I can't remember. It was some sort of like the whole country was supposed to be in some sort of recession. But I was living in northern VA, and because of the whole DC infrastructure, economic infrastructure, it was recession proof because the government has jobs. So Wendy gonna be open, gas station gonna be good, stores is gonna be, somebody's gonna buy something because the government employees was keeping the economy up. To where I go to New York and they get to complaining or get to talking about the whatever, and I'm just like, shit, everything's smooth down there. And then I realized why. It was them government jobs, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. But what the government just do, they just laid off a lot of people. Sorry, so now the housing market out there is done changed up a little bit. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, Ecclesiastes 12 and 3, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. All right, they're going to be shut in the streets. Businesses are going to close down. People are going to be scared to be outside because of the scavengers. The scavengers that are going to be out there. All right, we just saw a white woman with a knife. We just saw some other race of niggas. I don't know what race they was. Could be so-called Spanish, could be so-called Arab. I'm not sure. Elam, I'm not sure. All right, Ecclesiastes 12 and 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. That's 4 or 5 in the morning. And all the daughters of the music shall be brought low.
Gotta start closing down. That's the reality that a lot of people are facing now. And these are families that are being affected by this. This isn't some joking matter. This isn't just some, let's lay off, it's whatever. And I continue to see it back. And they're like, oh, this is what's happening. This is just a waste of space. But we're supposed to be growing the country. This is what is happening right now. You're getting...
Can I buy a house? Need real revenue.
Are most celebrities set for life financially? I also feel like that's another false narrative. I've been trying to say this, and I don't think people understand. I didn't understand when I was younger. I did not get it. You know, you see somebody on TV and then you think they're rich. It's not true. Fame does not equal money. It just doesn't. Especially like back in the day, like reality TV stars, we thought they were just rolling in the dough because of like the lifestyle that they put on the shows and everything. That's production. That stuff is being produced out, and that person is just getting paid per episode of the show, which sometimes isn't that much money. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I think it's not even about giving people grace. I think it's just like, don't conflate those two things because they just don't. They're not the same.
That's why it's so important not to be
The daughters of music will be brought down low, and those that looked up to these people shall be ashamed.